Hey, welcome back. If you tune into my channel for only 4Runner videos, you probably haven't seen me in a while. So thank you though. I wanted to do a 4Runner video. Someone had asked about that, and I always want to be receptive to that. But in honesty, right now, not too much going on with the 4Runner as far as exciting, thrilling, weird automotive stuff. Primarily, this vehicle has been, since I bought it a year and a half ago, well, I didn't drive it for half a year, and I had the red 4Runner. I'll post a little quick video. I was with my red 4Runner this weekend because my nephew now has it. He takes great care of it, and you know, it was fun. I had to drive it. He was, we were out somewhere about 2 hours away from where I was staying. And on the way back, he was a little tired. So I'm like, you know what, I'll drive. And it was nice driving it. It drives a little differently. The Fox suspension and the non-Fox suspension, same tires on it, but I'll get to that. Anyway, this doesn't have a lot of mods, or does it? It's like my Corvette, that it doesn't look modified, but it kind of is. So other than the TRD badges, the TEQ badge on there, which I both got on Etsy. Externally, it doesn't look too different from a TRD Pro 24. This is underground, 1 year only color on the 5th gen 4Runner. I did put bigger tires on it. These tires are larger than stock, not recommended by Tire Rack, and they rub a little bit, lock to lock. So I think maybe the next time I won't go as big. I'll go to the recommended wild peak size, but who knows? That's a long time away. They're wearing well. They're good tires. I love Falcons. This vehicle's main mission is to kind of go anywhere, do anything, and that's why if I had to have one vehicle, it would be this, of course. So wanted to kind of walk through, show you, but there are a couple modifications. So those 2 badges are not the only thing on here. So if you look on here, this is paint protection film from XPEL, installed by Blackout Tinting in Latrobe, Pennsylvania. They do all my vehicles for me, and a great job. And they also ceramic coated it. So that makes it, 15,000 miles on this car in 1 year, which is a lot of miles. I didn't really expect on putting that many miles on it. Truth be to tell, I was going to keep the red 4Runner, and people wondered why I got rid of the red 4Runner. I was going to keep it, I was going to drive it, and I was going to make this my little garage queen and not drive it much. And but I got rid of that 4Runner because I needed something that could tow more than what a 4Runner could tow. So I got something else to do my tow duty. I got it about 3 weeks ago. If you saw the one video, it's a Ford F-150 with one option, the Coyote V8. It's 4x4. It's got, everything you need, power windows, locks, but it's not really, it's like a plain Jane vehicle, to be honest. And it's great because I need to tow, and it can tow up to 10,000 pounds, which this cannot. And so I'm not gonna beat on this or the red 4Runner to make them do something they were not designed to do. But getting back to this. So I had the front window tinted 20% to match the factor in the back, and externally, the ceramic coating does a good job, by the way, of keeping those wheels pretty clean. I haven't washed this in like 2-3 weeks. It's mostly garage kept, but there's something in there that I'll get to in a second that's necessitating this car sitting out. As soon as I get that thing up to the shop, and I'll show you, we'll see, this will get back into the garage. So I do have the WeatherTech step. I had this on the other vehicle. I do have like a little basket that you can tow with this. It's got like a side ramp, so I had to bring a generator down from my garage to my house. We had lack of power for 36 hours the other day, so it makes it very useful. I'm going to also use that to take my pressure washer from here out to my rental house and my garage, because I have a trailer and it's a year old and I need to pressure wash and treat the wood deck on it. So when you don't want to haul something inside on a 4Runner or SUV or something like that, that's a cool thing on it. So, there's lots of little practical things. I'm not someone who's going to modify mechanically something like this. The reason I got the Pro was that you didn't have to modify to get a little bit of a lift, a better suspension, which I really love for on-road as well as off-road, but on-road it rides really comfortably. These are all like practical mods to make life with the vehicle a little bit better. Sorry, it's dirty. But WeatherTech mats, I've dealt with them for, since 1992. I got my first Toyota and it was called McNeil Automotive, and I got mats for that 92 Camry, and I've had them ever since on all my vehicles. I got this dash mat and I didn't Velcro it down because why mess up putting glue on there when you don't have to? If I'm driving somewhere with the moonroof open, I will go ahead and just take this, fold it up, throw it in the back hatch. It'll be fine. The vehicle has, otherwise inside, this has this car mount, and you can put a plug there so it'll wire in and charge, and that's like a wired wireless car pad. It's magnetic and it clicks right on there. I found this to be my favorite because it's very adjustable. You see the adjustment level, and it will not mar the surface of your surrounding bezel. I had one on the other one, and it was a different brand, and it kind of marred things a little bit, and I didn't like that. This one's been, so far so good, really good. Reason I don't have this plugged in to be a charger is that this is, of course, it's a 5th gen, so it's wired CarPlay. So I just plug it right in there, and it charges while it CarPlays. Is that a thing, CarPlays? I don't know. Anyway, one other thing was that, when you get all your little off-road controls, multi-terrain select, you lose your nifty little sunglass holder. So I got this little clip here. It's kind of nice looking. It works. It is what it is. I'm sure it's not licensed, but I got it on Instagram while they were available, and it's fine. The other thing is LEDs from I forget where. Sorry, cough's wanting to come. So then the only other things on here, in the back, I have dogs, and they have fur, and they like to shed said fur. So I got these Camelbacks. These are great. This is set up for the thing to be down. I was using this 2 weekends ago. Seats a little reclined, and it's comfortable, and these are just very useful. And you have to clean them anyway, but it's not getting on the cover for here. I don't really want to do that to the front, but it cleans up easily. It cleans up nicely. It still smells new inside, remarkably. I have the backs on here, and I don't know if I can take it. Maybe I can. Okay, yeah. I have the canvas back on here as well. Have some other stuff back here that I'm about to donate to charity, so not really the best time to be videoing. But anyway, this vehicle is modified for practicality, not for performance, other than the bigger tires, and that's, in my mind, I don't know. It's in some ways you could argue is probably worsens performance, but I like them. Anyway, I have a question for you. So if you've never watched any of my other videos, check them out, because I have like this menagerie of cars. And the reason this one's sitting out is normally there's 3, maybe 4 vehicles here. This one Should be in a garage. This is what I had last week. I was at a show in Carlisle, Pennsylvania, the Import Nationals. And this is my 92. I have 3 5th-gen Celicas. I have a 90, which is Little Red. I have a 92, which is this one, doesn't have a name. And Little Red was named by its original owner. These were all one-owner cars until I got a hold of them. So this one, William never named it. If he did, he never told me. Anyway, this car is super original. All 3 of them are. They are the first 2, and then I have a third. I'm in 1993, which is the first one of the 5th gens that I got, and it's a white GT coupe. This is a GTS liftback, wide body. The red one is a GTS liftback, pre-facelift, wide body. Both of these, this car and the red one, are fully loaded, which meant they had ABS. High tech in 1990, still 1992. 220 watts stereo system. The only thing on this that needs a little bit of sorting is that stereo system. I just haven't had time to be messing with it. I go with inspections on these cars. I don't run classic plates because this car and the other 2 Celicas are the vehicles that don't need towed anywhere, hopefully. They are the cars that are my drivers. So when I'm not driving this, the reason I'm not driving this is more than likely because I'm driving this one or one of the other Celicas, but mostly this one, because this one has like 84,000 miles on it. The other white one has 60,000. The red one has 136,000. So this is nicely equipped, moonroof, sunroof, all that stuff. And it's my go-to driver because it's more, it's like I could, if we had nice weather all year round, I'd probably drive this the majority of the time because it's just perfect. It's, you know, if my son and I are here, my daughter's at school. Anyway, that's her Jeep. It's a good Jeep. So if you Toyota people want to hate on Jeeps, the 24 and newer Wranglers, they really kind of civilized them as much as they needed. The hybrid option gets really good miles and has been, knock on wood, pretty reliable. 15,000 plus miles on that car. And the ducks, she likes the ducks. So anyway, it's a good vehicle. I can't say bad things about that vehicle. It's a good vehicle. And so good for them for improving. Toyota, hopefully we keep our reputation. I hope we do. But, you know, anyway, I'm not a hater on hybrids. I think they make sense in this. I'm not so sure the hybrid really makes sense in that, in the new one. I think I would go with like an SR5. You can't even get an SR5 Premium, which bugs me. Keeping the price down, like my old 4Runner was an SR5 Premium dressed up with TRD skid plates and wheels and all that kind of stuff. And it was a great vehicle, very capable in SR5 trim. So I think if I had to get one, probably would get a non-hybrid. I'm not convinced that it's worth it to go up to something heavier and not as big of a performance increase as you would get on here. Anyway, so you'll see this. You'll see I have all kind of, I'm not just all Toyotas. I should be, because honestly, pardon me, a little bit of allergy still. My Toyotas are so much fun. I wouldn't need a tow rig and I wouldn't need a trailer if I just stuck with my Toyotas. But I have some eclectic taste. And exhibit A, B, and C is this. This is my 1957 Chrysler Windsor two-door hardtop. It's primarily an original car. I had a repaint, but it's a California Route 66 desert car. The interior had new fabric, but you're looking at the original vinyl, and it's pink. That's the correct pink cloth. This will be at Chrysler's at Carlisle, and the reason it's down here, I trailered it from where I store it up by my garage, because it needs a little bit of work on it, just a little touch up. The previous owner who bought it from the original family, when it was painted, they never did the trunk right. They sanded down and they never did this right. Well, I'm gonna have that done right, and I have to wait for my friend to have time to do it. I bought all the new trunk trim. That's what that is. That's one of the new radials on here. And yeah, the plate is Exner. These are show plates, but that's the real plate. It's Exner for Virgil Exner, the designer of this car. But, you know, if I didn't have the passion to have something like this, I just drive my Toyotas and life would be much simpler. But what fun is that? This is my practical, impractical vehicle. This is kind of what started the goofiness. I bought this Corvette, found an allocation when you couldn't get an allocation for one. And at the dealership where my uncle used to buy his Corvettes. And it's kind of like it was meant to be. I custom ordered it exactly how I wanted it. It's got 16,000 miles. So if any vehicle I want to load the miles on is this one, I want to keep the miles down on that one. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it's more capable and it's more of a daily. But I love it at the same time. I just want to enjoy this vehicle. My problem is I'm spreading myself thin. I got a Chrysler show. In addition, I have some Pontiacs, 6000s, nothing like a GTO or anything like that. 85 Pontiac 6000, 84 STE, and I have an 86 that's going to a friend of mine. But I'm showing the gold 85. I got some videos of that on here if you want to check it out. And that vehicle is, I could make it out driving it, but it's not a Toyota, and I'm not gonna get in upset people and everything like that, but it's a 40-year-old car that could break down a lot. And I don't want to, it's running, knock on wood, really well, but I'm going to load it up on the trailer same way I'll load this one up on the trailer. And if that wasn't enough, the next show I have coming up is the Ford Nationals in Carlisle. And I have a 78 Ford Bronco. I had a 73 Ford, excuse me, Ranger XLT that I drove for years. It was my grandfather's. And I found this one, and it's all original. And I drove it out and back last year. And I thought to myself, you have the trailer, now you have the truck. Tow it out. Enjoy yourself. Don't put excess strain on a vehicle. And, you know, it kind of, this car, the Bronco, the Pontiac, kind of go counterintuitive to my thought process. Drive the thing. Drive the thing. It's, you know, drive the thing. Really drive the thing. They're not going up in value. Their enjoyment. These are not cars that you say, wow, I did really well buying that Corvette. You do really well with this Corvette by enjoying it. This is kind of an investment, I guess. It's not really. I mean, I'll get what I have into it. I'll get more than what I have into this because I got this at the right time, the other Celicas, and these are the cars that people want to get. So, you know, I find a common thread between my 4Runner people. See, I'm bringing it back to the 4Runner. You know, I've seen these advertised for crazy money, the 24 Pros and the 24s, but especially the 24 Pros. And I don't know if they're going to get it, but you're definitely going to get what you paid for it, even with 16,000 miles. I don't know why. I'd rather buy a brand new one, turbo and all, and get a warranty on it. But there's some people that want the simplicity, want the now retro charm of that. And like, this is the kind of thing too. I get people that want these cars at all the shows. And, you know, when I start showing this on the AACA circuit, all this stuff has to come off because they don't want stickers. This can stay because that was the original owners. That can stay because it was a day 1, day 2 modification. But while I'm driving around, I bought this for the Toyotas because people always ask me, are these for sale? And respectfully, no, they're not. I have the 3 of them, and honestly, I would keep the 3 of them, that and that. I could get rid of the Bronco. I could get rid of this. I don't, and I'm not, and I don't want to, but you never know. You want to always say, like, hey, what's your plan or whatever, but as far as joy with vehicles, it's getting in them. It's driving them. That's why I love that 4Runner so much. So I'll ask you, if you've gotten through all 19 minutes of this, what kind of things would you want to see content-wise with the 4Runner? Adventures? You know, I'm thinking about borrowing a 6th gen and kind of testing it. So I'm going to see if the dealership that I purchased from would be kind enough to let me borrow one for a day. I'm going to see. We'll see. If not, I can always rent one. We'll see. But I saw one the other day, and it was up at the shop that does the PPF work on mine, and they were doing some PPF work for that dealership because the shop, like I said, Blackout Tinting, they're kind of the best around. They are the best around, and they do a lot of work for dealers because they're that good. So there was a really pretty heritage blue, and is being brought up by dealership employees, so I couldn't really pour over it. It's a customer's car, and you just don't want to do that. But it's a good looking vehicle. I kind of want to drive it. I want to see what it's like back to back with this. So let's see if they're kind enough to let me do that. Maybe I'll see if they want to keep one of these in their showroom if they're so inclined. These are coming back. Hopefully they're coming back. I don't think I'm ever getting any other cars except if they bring one of these out and it's attractive and it's fun. I'm just gonna have fun with that. My truck. These cars, as long as I don't get bored of them, probably I'll never get bored of this. If I ever got a great offer on this, this would be one that could go, because it is it's a gorgeous car, but it's not really as much me as the other cars. It's kind of the one people are like, oh, that's really cool, but I don't really see where it fits in. And it's okay. I love it. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful car. And maybe what the plan is with this one is, you know, in the years to come, start doing little upgrades on it. I have 4-wheel drum brakes redone last year. There's a video on it. But, you know, kind of updating it. It has a generator and not a alternator. That's one modification. Electronic ignition, maybe a new engine. You could go down a rabbit hole with that, and I'm not really at the point where if I start doing that, it's to my taste and I ruin the value of this vehicle. So you kind of weigh things on there. Anyway, life would be so much easier if I were a Toyota channel that happened to have the token Corvette. It ain't gonna happen. But if you wonder why I haven't done a 4Runner video, it's kind of why. This is my busy season for shows, and why I'm booked so much is that I'm going to a lot of shows. So if you're in Pittsburgh, June 14th, there's an invitational, like a kickoff for the Pittsburgh Vintage Grand Prix. And Little Red's been invited. It was an invite-only show. It's kind of fun to get invited somewhere. So I'm going to take that. I'm not sure what I'm going to take to the show itself. Probably take the gray one. I don't know. But there's always something going on this May, June, July. And a couple vacation in August, and August is Corvettes at Carlisle, and that's a blast. And then I got one more show, 2 more shows basically. Radwood probably, and definitely the AACA show, where this one will be making its debut in early October. So anyway, I wanted to kind of give you an update. I'm still around. I'm feeling better. It's 50 degrees. I'm wearing shorts and no shoes, so maybe I'll have a cold again tomorrow. Who knows? But thanks for watching. Comment if there's something you want to see these, got questions on these. I got various videos on them, but I don't know if people like this and that and whatever. But I kind of wanted to do a little bit of everything on here. Even if you want a Jeep video, I'm going to have to do me teaching daughter how to clean her Jeep up. And I love my daughter, but she needs to clean the Jeep up. So anyway, love you, honey. But we got to take the ducks out. We'll put them in a row, and then we'll wipe everything down, clean it all up, and life will be good for a week. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share with friends, and check out the other stuff. So if you like this stuff, check that stuff out or whatever. It's like, I can kill a lot of time. So take care.